he forgive Bat?
Fine.
And here we go. It's the comic book bullies.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
It's the comic book bullies.
You will bow down before me!
It's the comic book bullies.
Now I am the master.
It's the comic book bullies. It's the comic book bullies.
Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies with Nerds New Bully and host Leroy, aka Thurston Howell the Fourth, with my co-hosts.
Yeah, this is Eli, aka Loaded Potato Skin.
Yes, there we go. And we're back with another episode, and we're just gonna jump into it because even though it's a slow week, we got a bunch of stuff to do. So we're gonna jump into it. Oh, happy 250th episode, Eli.
Is it?
I think so.
Whoa.
Unless I numbered it wrong, I can't remember.
Whoa.
But if I didn't number it wrong, happy 250 episodes. So yeah, we're just gonna keep on trucking. At this point, we're just on cruise control. You know, we're just moving. We are a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
That being said, first time we want to start off with that. It was impromptu, but I feel like we should just start off with and go for it. So hopefully everybody that listens to this podcast or watches this podcast, wherever you are at your convenience, knows who this handsome devil is. You know, Stanley Lieber, aka Stanley. So apparently Marvel has worked out a day. Now you haven't seen him like you said, he passed in 2018.
A couple years ago.
A while ago now, if you really think about it.
Like 4 years ago. Shit. Yeah.
Yeah, like 4 years ago when he passed. So, like I said, now the reason you haven't seen anything of him because Marvel actually don't own the rights to his likeness. His own company owns the rights to his likeness, and he had all this squared away even before he passed. So, and not just his likeness, but words like Excelsior, Nuff says like that. He owns the right. Well, he owned the right to those names. So Marvel can't use any of that stuff. But they worked out a deal. Who we got? Big Jake. What we got? Motherfucker Eli in the house. Yeah. Oh, I'm here too, Jake. So
yeah, don't forget Leroy, my illustrious co-host.
Right. Well, I feel like Vanna White when you say this shit.
The one and only.
Right. The lovely Leroy. What was I talking about?
The voluptuous.
Right.
Voluptuous and luscious Leroy.
Anyway, back to Stan Lee. Okay, so like I said, so they worked out a deal where now that they can use Stan Lee's likeness again. What they plan on doing is using Stan Lee's likeness in CGI fashion. That's why I meant earlier by they're reanimating his corpse. Yeah, so like I said, just like Doctor Strange said in the movie, killing me won't kill me. And that's the same thing they do with Stan Lee. So I don't know how I feel about this because that's pretty much what you're doing. You're reanimating a corpse when you do stuff like this.
Yeah. We saw it done in Into the Spider-Verse, but he had just passed and he did that before.
No, that was his voice. That was him. That was him.
Yeah. He
but that was that was his voice doing it. Yeah.
He did it before. He did that. He shot that before he passed.
Right.
So that's why.
And
but
he
it came
signed
out
off on it, all this stuff, and
And he came out. And it came out out. That's why it was like.
When we get to Stanley,
it actually got got a little tear jerky on that moment, but
because what he was saying, it was, and I think he had passed when it aired, when it came out.
Like it was like a month. It was like a month,
like
not
a month
even a
after.
month.
Yeah, something like that.
Really fresh in our minds, and then that scene hit.
Do we want a Stan Lee biopic? Here's the thing, Jake. You want a good comic book movie biopic, or the movie probably sucked anyway. Look up the guy that made Wonder Woman and watch his biopic.
That
guy lived a life.
I never saw that. I've read some of the book. I never finished the book he wrote or the book about him. But yeah, that was a kinky motherfucker.
Yeah, he was a wild boy. Yeah. Now, unless Stan Lee got shit in his closet like that, then we can go there. But if not, then that's it. So yeah. But yeah, that's what's going on right now. So I don't know how I feel about that. Like I said, Stan Lee isn't signed off on that. And the fact is, since Stan Lee isn't here to sign off on this stuff, when people use this likeness, they can make him do and say whatever they want him to do. COVID isn't real or all the bullshit like that, Earth is flat, because he can't say that. So I don't know how I feel about that. And honestly, I don't think, and people could say, oh, you could talk about General Tarkin, Grand Moff Tarkin. That's the name, Grand Moff Tarkin. Okay. I think that's different because Grand Moff Tarkin is a character.
Yeah.
So like I said, the original actor don't own the rights to that character. So yeah, you can do different things with the character. Different. Stan Lee, on the hand, was a real person. So when you have people simulating real person, I think that's a little bit different, you know. But some people say Stan Lee was a character also.
Is he going to do his voice? Like, what's up with are they going to try and do his voice?
Well, of course they're going to get impersonated. They're going to get, I don't know, Steve Martin or some shit and do it. I don't know.
The guy from Police Academy or whatever.
Right. they'll find somebody that can replace him. So yeah. And so
yeah, it's a little weird.
It's a little weird, but that's this nostalgia thing going. Everybody was like, oh, Stan Lee should come back. How can Stan Lee come back? He's gone.
It's funny
he
said flat Earth because Neil Adams believed in the hollow Earth. I don't know if you knew about that. There's like YouTube videos where he was like going on and on, and he thought the Earth was expanding and that there is a hollow Earth, like in Godzilla versus Kong, like some.
So he's crazy too. Okay, so, he does have a multiverse theory also. You know.
Yeah.
Anybody Police Academy still alive though?
Steve Guttenberg, come on, he got to be alive, right?
Is he?
I'm sure.
We haven't heard anything.
Yeah. So let's assume. Forever.
So let's assume he's still alive.
Mahoney and Tackleberry. Well, Bubba Smith.
Tackleberry's gone. No, I think Bubba Smith's gone too.
Oh, is he? Oh, damn.
Yeah, Tackleberry's gone.
What's her name? Hooks.
Hooks is gone.
Yeah, because we said we shouted out her when it happened.
Yeah. So yeah, most of them. Yeah, I think Mahoney is Bobcat Goldthwait. He's gone.
No, he's still kicking.
Is he?
Yeah, he made like a movie a few years back. Yeah.
Somebody, we need a fact checker. Oh, did he? Okay. I thought for sure he was gone. Oh man. All right, so let's go to the next part. Okay, like I said, Eli, I saw a movie, and I'm excited to talk about this movie.
All right.
Okay, so the movie I saw was Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers on Disney Plus. Eli, I'm telling you, if anybody hadn't seen this movie, if you remember the Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers TV show or cartoon, watch this, because I'll be honest with you, this shit was hilarious to me. It was hilarious to me. It wasn't what I expected. I just thought, it's gonna be some Disney Plus shit. They just throw this like that. No, it has some like hilarious shit in it. First off, the plot isn't what you expect it is. They actually like break the fourth wall all through this movie. So Chip and Dale were like best friends growing up. They show them doing the show, and then they get mad because one got bigger on the show than the other one. So they fell out for like 30 years. And now since everybody is rebooting everything, they're like, man, let's do a reboot, man. Let's get back together. They're like
the Temptations.
Fuck you. Yeah, like you're like, no, I'm not getting back together with you. Leave me alone. Then some shit goes down where they gotta, actually do some real detective work. And it's got like a dark plot to it, like human trafficking and drug sales, stuff like that. But it does it in a comedic cartoon way where it's like, well, kids won't catch the shit.
The lighter side of human trafficking.
Right. And it's got the funny joke. So I know everybody has seen this meme so far. I don't know where it came from. The Batman versus E.T.
Oh, yeah. What's that one? Yeah. Oh, is that
one? That came from this. Yeah. Because Chip was at home watching, because they keep remaking shit and keep doing shit over again. So they're just at home watching Batman versus E.T. And E.T. is like, E.T. forgives you, Batman. And then he's like, this is the stupidest shit ever. This shit was funny as hell. This shit killed me right here. Ugly Sonic is in the movie.
Oh, really?
Ugly Sonic in the movie. And how they put him in the movie is so ridiculous, because they had like because Dale, since he can't get work anywhere, he's just doing Comic Cons now. So he goes to a Comic Con, sees Ugly Sonic. He's like, ugly. And they call him Ugly Sonic in the movie to his face. Like, Ugly Sonic, what are you doing here? They're like, man, they fired me after that internet shit. The fans lost their shit. Now I can't get work anywhere. Now they had Pretty Sonic. He was like, man, it was hilarious. But they even got another joke where they got Fast and Furious babies on there because they remaking it. This was okay. Also, the Aunt Man with
I did see that.
That came from this also. That came from this also. Yeah, where he's like, "Well, my superpower is that I'm good with aunts," So, and then at the end of the movie, Chip and Dale get back together and actually start in a Fast and Furious movie. That's how the movie ends. So, like I said, the movie is hilarious. Like I don't even say how it got put on Disney Plus. It should have been like at least in the theaters. It would have made a decent amount of money.
You know what? You might have sold me on this. I might check it out.
Well, okay. Let me ask you this. I want to make sure if you're the target demographic. Okay. Did you see the original show, the cartoon?
I've seen it. I never really watched it because I was old. I'm old, man. I was like in college when that shit.
Okay, so you didn't run home.
No.
Off the school bus.
Darkwing Duck and Scrooge McDuck and
right.
all that shit. I was already high and get. I mean, I think I seen it high on a few times. Like my little brothers were watching it, but I didn't. It wasn't. I grew up on Transformers and GI Joe and Tom and Jerry, Looney Tunes shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I said, Jake, if you go into open mind, I thought it was a funny movie. You know what it is? It reminds me of Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Okay,
That's kind of matter of fact. Roger Rabbit is in the movie.
Yeah, I saw that in the theater. I did like Roger Rabbit.
I'm trying to say, did I see Roger Rabbit in the theater? I can't remember if I saw it or not. I did like the movie. I love the movie. Now, like I said, it puts you in the mind frame of that because the same thing, like cartoons are getting kidnapped and they gotta find it. That's why I mean, like the human trafficking thing is keep coming up and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know?
Betty Boop was like a waitress or whatever.
Yeah, some shit like that.
She was still in black and white. There's no work once everything went color or some shit.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like that's why I say the thing got dark because like one of the co-stars of the Rescue Rangers from the '90s, like he's drugged out now 30 years later. He's like, man, I just need some money, man. You know, like they put that shit in this cartoon. Like, okay, you know, but it's in there, and that's the thing I like about it. So it kind of reminds you of a Who Framed Roger Rabbit, almost like a Ready Player One, Space Jam. Like, didn't he just throw everything in there?
Yeah, well, that's the thing about like rebooting stuff. Like doing it sounds like they did it right because kids these days they're playing Minecraft and watching anime and they don't give a fuck about Chippendale. You know,
right?
They don't know who the
People
fuck that is.
Don't even give a fuck about Chippendales. You know?
Yeah. So
and that's the thing. Like they're walking around like we're Chippendale. Like we don't know who you are.
Yeah, like if you're gonna do it to the target audience, which is the motherfuckers who grew up on the shit, who are like in their 30s and 40s now.
Right, because this shit came out 30 years ago. It just they were like, oh damn. You know?
Yeah, so they're gonna like the shit. They're gonna laugh at that shit and get all the jokes. Whereas a kid who's fucking on TikTok all day, who the fuck is these chipmunks shit? These little rats.
Who Framed got the second hottest animated bunny? Jessica Rabbit wasn't a bunny, but yeah. Unless you're talking about Roger, I don't know. Whatever floats your boat,
Or Bugs Bunny and drag.
Right. Oh man, but that's all I gotta say. If you got time to spare, you want to watch Chippendale. If nothing else, watch it so you can understand the memes that are popping up all over the place. If nothing else, for that, I think we move on. Okay, Eli, you're up now. I think you got this one. We're talking about
Prey.
Yeah,
the new Predator movie. Prey.
Hold up, I want to actually lead into this with this. Okay. So previously, early in this week, we saw a Predator prequel called Prey, and I had nothing else to that. That's all I had. I was still working out of my head while we're doing it.
Gonna like do the
I was going, but I didn't have the time to make it up because I was like, soon. I was thinking of it right before we started recording. I was like, damn it, can I think some more alliteration with this? But I
pull out the Ice Cube song.
Right.
Here comes the Predator.
Damn it. See, that's what I should have went with. Yeah.
But I'll be back. Prey's coming out. And it's basically it's taking place like hundreds of years ago, and they're fighting a native tribe. So an alien with superior technology is gonna take out natives.
Wait, what happened? I messed up. Hold on. What I missed?
I'm just laughing at now that I'm thinking about it. Like an alien with superior technology is coming to Earth and killing Indians.
Oh, do you think that's what they were? I'm pretty sure. I'm in the back of their mind,
You know what I'm saying? Oh, hey. The Predator said, "Oh, I'm out of here. Wait, these white guys are coming next.
Colonize us." Just call it colonize.
But no, I guess it's a Native American tribe. From what I understand, a warrior, a female warrior, ends up doing battle with the Predator.
Oh, so it's woke.
Yeah, I guess it's woke. Yes, and that's what I had to like go dark on comments in the praise on the praise section and all the comment sections, and because right away, all woke shit, blah 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 blah. Who wants to see this? Blah 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 blah. And yes, I've read many Predator
reviewed
comics.
them. Yeah, we reviewed them.
Yeah, we reviewed them on here.
Like we did a whole show just of it.
Yeah. So And some of the best Predator comics are the ones that take place in the past, and you get these different like there's one that took place like in England. It was like he was like Jack the Ripper and shit. You know, take place during the Civil War, take place during like feudal Japan. Those are like the coolest Predator comics, you know. And this seems like, yeah, they're taking a note from that. They're set in pre-colonized America, and where he fights a native warrior chick. And,
now, didn't they hint at this? I know in the comics they got this in there, but didn't they hint at this in one of the other movies? Or at least like Alien vs. Predator or something?
Yeah, in Predator 2, Danny Glover, the Predator throws him like an old like musket gun from like the 1600s or something, but basically establishing that the Predators have been coming to Earth for hundreds of years. So yeah, this I mean, of course, in the Native community, there's a bit of an uproar over how accurate this is going to be, the depiction of the Native Americans in this. You know,
do you know who's like writing or directing or anything like that?
The guy who did one of the Cloverfield movies is directing it, but from what I understand, they hired a producer and like probably some like cultural advisor or some shit. You know, like they always do to cover their asses. So
they say that, and
they say that, and then they do whatever the fuck they want, anyways. You know?
Right? They just throw him like a big check, and he just looks the other way. Like,
yeah,
like maybe you shouldn't do that, but I'm counting my money. So yeah.
But the way I see it, I'm like, okay, it's a white guy making it. I'm not looking for authenticity. I'm not looking for accuracy in the Native portrayal. Just give me a cool Predator story, because that's all I want. I just want a cool Predator movie, because frankly, they've all sucked since Predator 2. That's what I think.
Okay. And at least we agree that Predator 2 was awesome, because I know a lot of people
love
didn't
Predator
like
2.
that. That is an underrated movie. It really
that's
is.
Based on speaking of the comics, that's based on one of the comics.
Urban Jungle, Concrete Jungle.
Yeah. It was Schwarzenegger's brother or whatever, but then they turned him into they went woke in that movie and race swapped the guy and everything. Yeah. But yeah, I love Predator 2, and I haven't really liked any of the Predators since, and I just want to see a cool Predator movie. You know, I seen people bitching about like, oh, how the fuck is this little skinny little, you know, Native girl gonna take on a Predator when, you know, it took out these muscle-bound dudes with machine guns? I was like, obviously you don't remember that Arnold Schwarzenegger beat the Predator with bows and arrows and booby traps and spears that he carved out of the bushes.
Machine gun shit didn't work. That was the whole point.
He carved that shit out of the bushes, and that's how he did, you know, and he outthought the Predator. You know, was outthinking him, and strategery is what defeated, you know, the Predator. It was thinking, not muscle-bound macho men. You know, which was the point of the Predator. Like, yeah, these muscle-bound macho dudes with big giant fucking guns couldn't take out this creature, but the creature was
a horror movie for most, but it was like a flipping the trope, you know, where instead of like the slasher girls, you got the slasher dudes, you know.
Yeah, and it took them out by hunting them, by being a ninja, you know, by being Rambo, you know, fought them, you know, hidden, creeping in the shadows and all that shit. So, yeah, that's not like out of the realm of believability when you know,
that should not happen. No, he's good where he's at, wherever he's at.
Yeah, well, he directed the last one, and I thought that one sucked.
Right, he's fine with.
And he wrote it too.
He wrote it, yeah, but this.
Yeah, so did Fred Decker, who like did Monster Squad and like Night of the Creeps.
Yeah. I don't know, Jake. That last one sucked. That AVP. The first one was doable, was watchable.
I thought those sucked too, but you know, I don't know. I haven't liked any of them, and yeah, because I read the comics, I think my main thing is I want the universe to be blown open, because I've read the comics and they've expanded the worlds. We've seen the Predator planets, even though they went to a Predator game reserve on that one shitty movie, but it was basically a knockoff of the original. It's just dudes with guns running around and one chick running around in the jungle.
Right.
You know? It's nothing new we hadn't seen before. And like the Predator movie with the dogs with the dreadlocks. Oh, that was stupid.
I didn't see that one either.
Yeah. I just want to see something cool and quit rehashing shit, and don't make half the movie be a mystery about what's happening. That's my biggest pet peeve.
Right.
With the
Well, it
Predator
was cool
movie.
in the first one when you didn't know what was going on.
Yeah,
But after
'cause it
that,
was the
no, we want to
first
see
movie.
them. Right.
Yeah, once the sequel is established, we don't need to watch actors for an hour going, what's happening?
Mhm.
What's going on? Like, we already know what's going on. The audience is there to see a movie called Predator. We want to see predators and shit, you know? And I can't stand that for like an hour. People, there's a mystery we already know the answer to. Don't waste our fucking time. Just get to the fucking predatory shit, you know?
Predatory.
Yeah, get to the spine ripping shit. That's
right.
you know. So yeah, in the end, I just want to see a cool Predator flick. Hoping I'm not looking for native accuracy because I know I'm not going to get it. So just don't make it stupid. Don't make natives idiots. That's all I ask.
Here's what I say, Eli. Here's what I say. Save your anger for when the movie comes out, then unload on this shit. Then let everybody know, oh, this movie fucking sucked. Here's why it sucked. I'm gonna give you the whole show, Eli. Just let loose. Just go off on this shit.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, I just want to see a cool movie. I'm suspending my belief until, like I said, when it comes out.
Until they confirm it.
Don't pull a Suicide Squad.
Right.
That was just a joke. I was just joking about Slipknot and Suicide Squad. You didn't have to prove me right.
I saw it coming a mile away. And that's the bad part about it, that I saw it coming a mile away.
So
I was
did
like, when the first thing they did, he punched somebody, a woman at that. Oh, well, he got to die. They want you to root for him to die.
Oh yeah,
that's how the movie.
You should have seen all these like native news websites. There's a Native American in a comic book movie now. Oh, it's like big news.
It's straight to. Oh yeah, it is coming to Hulu. I forgot. Yeah, Jake, you're right. Yeah, it is coming to Hulu. Okay. So I get to watch it too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought
I might just set up my. I got a projector. I'll set up my screen in the backyard and
get some popcorn and
pull out my little backyard
that way you
drive-in.
throw shit at it when you get pissed off.
Yeah, then I'll really be disappointed when I when I put that much effort into it.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next one because you bitched about something, a trailer. Now it's time for me to bitch about a trailer.
Go ahead.
Okay, let's talk about She-Hulk. Okay. All right. So here's the thing. She-Hulk is came out, and yes, people are bitching about She-Hulk also. It is woke this and woke that. Like she hadn't been around since 1980. Hell.
A woman Hulk. They made Hulk a girl now. Fuck this shit.
They're just making everybody girls now. Like
Those
this was back in the 80s.
Libtards. Oh.
Right. Now I do think I need to explain why She-Hulk or why She-Hulk even existed back in the 80s. There is a reason for that. Now, the reason She-Hulk exists, or the reason Stan Lee decided to make She-Hulk, is because everybody remembers the Incredible Hulk TV show back in the 70s and the 80s, super popular. There was also another show that was super popular back then, also called The $6 Million Man. We can build him, we can replace him, we have the technology, all this shit like that. Corny show, but they was almost like what. Here's the thing: with the $6 Million Man had a spin-off show called The Bionic Woman, which was just as popular as the $6 Million Man. Lindsay Wagner, all the stuff like that. So yeah, it was there.
She had the super hearing and shit.
Oh yeah, the super zoom in, all like that. She had that dumbass sound. That sound got on my damn nerves. It made me turn the show every time. But anyway,
it's funny. She had to brush her hair. Like she had like super hearing, but she still had to brush her hair out of the way.
That was your Andrew Barnes. Those graphics too. Oh yeah, we're gonna get to the graphics, but before we get there, now, like I said, what was the name of the show? The Bionic Woman was super popular. Now, since the Bionic Woman was a super popular spinoff show of the $6 Million Man, NBC found a loophole in their rights with the Hulk. So if they make a female version of the Incredible Hulk, they own the rights to it 100%. They can cut Marvel out of it completely. So Marvel had to scramble and create a character and trademark a character called She-Hulk, because if they didn't, NBC was going to make a TV show called She-Hulk where they own 100% of the profits, probably cancel the Incredible Hulk and just keep that show. That's also why Spider-Woman exists also. They were like, why we had to just make Spider-Woman too? That way they won't try to do this bullshit with Spider-Man. That's why they don't use Spider-Woman, but they own the rights to her. So that's why She-Hulk exists, because of legal reasons. And it's made her cousin because every superhero girl at the time, Superman had a cousin, Batman had a cousin, I think. I don't know.
He-Man.
He-Man had a cousin. No, that was a
that was
a sister.
sister.
That was a sister. Yeah. And Shazam, but that was his sister also. Yeah. But anyway, back to the shitty graphics. Yeah. What the fuck? Like, really, what the fuck? This reminds me of some damn Scorpion King shit. Like, they like some damn PS2 graphics. Now, I'm not the type to complain about, CGI all the time like that. I understand it's a movie, it's fictional, it's imaginary, stuff like that. But you can't give me this and expect me to be happy about it. This is like Fortnite. Like, what the fuck is this? You can work it better than that. Even when she's in movement, she got like that digital, glag to her and stuff like that, like ghosting effect to her. Like, what the hell is this? Like, it's taking you out. It took me out of the trailer.
You acting like you're gonna go see this in the movie.
Even still, no. Okay. I see what you're going with it. Yes, but here's the thing. I know I'm not going to the movies to see this, but even on TV, those graphics are unacceptable. For instance, on the CW. Oh, not him.
Like, for real? Oh yeah.
King Shark. They gave you King Shark on the CW. He looks amazing. There's no reason that King Sharks look that good on the CW. But
how many episodes was King Shark on?
That's true. That is true. But at the same time, the CW has not been profitable since it existed. That's why they're canceling every single DC show right now, except for Gotham Knights or Stargirl. I don't know, some shit. Anyway, the point is, there's no reason for She-Hulk to look like that and King Shark like that. And let's get away from the CW. Let's talk about Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They gave us Ghost Rider, the best looking Ghost Rider ever, on Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on ABC. So how the hell can network TV give us that level of quality? And then Disney Plus supposed to be a premier service that we're supposed to be paying money for. Give us that. Like, what? Is it because they're cranking out so many shows at one time? They can't keep up with it? I don't know. I know a lot of people don't care, but I'm just like, it's so bad. It took me out of it. And people are like, well, maybe they'll just fix it. They got time. They don't have time. They got 2 months before this shit drops. They're not going to pull an ugly Sonic. They're not going to do that. They stopped that shit and went another year. So I'm just like, man, what are they doing with She-Hulk? So maybe the writing will be good. Maybe She-Hulk won't even be in it that much. They got to save money anyway. So she'll probably just lose her powers after the pilot episode and just run around as regular chick the whole time and then show up again as She-Hulk towards the end of the show. By then, maybe they have no time to fix the CGI. I don't know. But, man, I'm excited for the show, man, because She-Hulk is a fun character. She's not Girl Hulk. I mean, she is Girl Hulk, but not Girl Hulk. She has her own, villains wrote. She has her own stories. She's a lot wackier than Hulk. The whole fourth wall breaking, she did it before Deadpool. That was her thing. The whole TVA thing, that wasn't Loki, that was her.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the show. I thought it looked funny.
Yeah, sensual and humor with Dak.
Shulky.
Do you mean Dick? Oh, David Anthony Kraft. Okay. My mind went somewhere else. I'm my bad.
Well, thanks for listening, COWBOY.
Yeah, thanks. But yeah, that's my thing. Like I said, you can have fun with the She-Hulk character. Even the whole lawyer aspect of it is fun. Like the name of the show is She-Hulk Attorney at Law. So the whole thing of her being a procedural drama where you got superheroes showing up and she got a defense like that, I'm in for it. And people wondering whether or not Daredevil will be in the show. Yes. I'm telling you right now, I'm guaranteeing it. If he don't, I'm eating a cheeseburger. I ate a cheeseburger. Taco. From
Taco Bell?
From Taco Bell? I'll give him no. I'm gonna go to a Mexican restaurant, or actually a real Mexican restaurant, or the real taco. That'll show me. if Matt Murdock will be in this show, I guarantee you. I'm putting a stamp on it right now. I'm guaranteeing it. The same we guys discovered, this is coming from me. So yeah. So that's my thing. I'm hoping that the She-Hulk show is good because I'm excited for a She-Hulk show. But man, they gotta fix those graphics. Man, maybe they are doing a bait and switch. Maybe the graphics look good and. From the beginning, just make it manageable.
Maybe it's not her final form.
or something. Yes, Matt. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it would make sense. Well, they did announce that they are making a new Daredevil series for Disney.
Yeah, which we already knew that anyway, So they come in hot. What do we got? He doesn't show up. I'm gonna be disappointed. He will be in it. Jake, he will be in it. I guarantee you.
He's saying it right now. You saw it.
I did not see it. I don't have.
Well, he said it. May 23rd, 2022. Leroy is declaring.
I'm declaring it. I'm guaranteeing it. Matt Murdock will be on the show. I didn't say how long he'd be in it. Did he?
And Foggy too.
Whoa. I didn't say all that. This is good. This is awesome. Zero sugar.
Citrus?
I don't know what this is.
Is that citrus water or whatever?
Sparkling ice or something?
Yeah, I've had those. Those are good.
This shit is awesome. I like it.
Yeah.
They're not paying us, so enough with the commercial. All right. Can we go to the next? Oh, you're up now, Eli.
Am I? What do I do now?
Oh, you know. Hold up before we get there. That Chip and Dale's movie was fire. I don't care what it was. Yes, thank you, Jason. He agrees.
I might check it out. I think Leroy might have sold me on it.
And watch you come back like this shit.
Fuck this shit, man.
All right, so video game section. Now you're taking over to the video game section. This is normally for the video game section on this podcast. Anybody listening? This is the point where Eli gets him to take a piss break, like in the middle of the podcast, or go smoke some cigarettes or something like that. But he's actually running it this time because he played a game. So we're gonna sit back and let Eli talk about what he played.
Well, you better run the graphics. You're the tech director. So
okay, I'll produce. You host. You know. Here we go. Okay. Matter of fact,
so yes, I played Evil Dead, the video game.
And this is his footage playing.
That's me. This is me playing single player mode. It's very difficult. It's very hard. I can't beat this fucking level. It's the first one. There's a lot of there's no checkpoints, man, and I can't find I can't find any of the health, and I end up dying, and I get to the end and I keep dying and shit because I never have enough health. But
so you can't Rambo your way through this game.
Yeah, it gets challenging, but this is made for the co-op. It's one of those co-op games like Friday the 13th, like The Predator, like Left 4 Dead, where the fun is getting together with friends and playing online and mobbing the shit. And in that sense, it is fun, especially if you're a fan of the Evil Dead series like me. I've been waiting for this game. It was a blast. There's all kinds of characters. You can be Ash from every movie. OG Ash.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you which Evil Dead is it closer to.
Yeah, you could be Army of Darkness Ash. You could be Evil Ash from Army of Darkness. There's like characters from the TV show. You can be Pablo and Kelly. It runs the gambit on characters and Easter eggs. But basically, you get together with friends. Your mission is to find the pages of the Necronomicon. And they're scattered all over the map. You find each page, then you have to find the Kandarian dagger, and then you open the portal and send the demons back. Meanwhile, if you're playing against a head-to-head game, you can also play as a demon, as a deadite, and you can go around and possess people and try to kill them and shit. It's like Left 4 Dead. And I've played some of these games, Predator and Friday the 13th, these co-op horror
we
games.
streamed Friday the 13th on here one time. So
but this one, there's a lot more shit to do, especially if you're like a survivor. Like, because in Friday the 13th, you don't have much to do. You're kind of hiding. Maybe you go find the battery and you find the car, but you're basically hiding the whole time. Whereas this, you get to engage in battle. You get to, fight. You can actually, while you're looking for, all these items, Deadites are coming, and you get to fight them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like one of the bosses and shit. And yeah, he just it takes a little more time to fucking kill him.
I hope you don't die right here, Eli.
No. Okay. I died later on. There's me taking a sip of the health drink to get me back up and running. But yeah, it's loaded with Easter eggs, and you're a lot more active. Even like games like Dead by Daylight, you're just kind of running around hiding from the killers. You get to engage with them in this one. You get to actually fight. The battle system's a little janky. The camera movement's a little weird. The battle, the fighting, the moves are a little sloppy. But in the end, it's just a fun homage to the movies, to the Evil Dead series. And I've played, and this is one of the better Evil Dead games. I played You know, Fistful of Boomstick was a lot of fun. You know,
Didn't it have that Dead by Daylight game? Did they make an Evil Dead version of that one?
there's like an Ash character. I never downloaded him though, but
Okay.
but yeah. I didn't play Dead by Daylight that much, but mostly because I don't know anybody. But now, you know, I was playing with people that I knew, and it's a lot of fun. That's what it's meant for. Like I said, there is single player missions. They are very challenging. There's no checkpoints. You know, you die, you're going back to the beginning. So you spend, you know, a half hour on a level, you die, you got to do all that shit all over again. So that's where it gets frustrating for me. But like I said, the fun is in the group play with the co-ops, getting together, choosing your characters. You can like upload your weapons, upgrade your weapons, upgrade your moves, upgrade your characters and all that. And yeah, so yeah, it's a lot of fun. So if you get it, if anybody gets this shit, add me on Xbox, Thrash Jaws with a Z at the end. You know, get at me. We'll get a party going, and we can. It's fun. It's fun when you get the party going. So yeah.
I mean, graphics looks pretty good on this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's very gory. You know, like I said, all the Easter eggs, the one-liners, Ash's one-liners that he's always spouting. You know, the wisecracks, groovy, and you know, even as some of the other characters, Kelly and Pablo from the Ash versus Evil Dead series. It's funny. If you're an Evil Dead fan, you'll really dig into this. So.
If you like the Doctor Strange movie, you'll play this game. You'll kind of see where a lot of the shit came from. So
yeah.
Dark Hole, Necronomicon, same thing.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
All right. So you gonna give it a score, or
I'll give it a 4 out of 5.
Cool. Okay. Eli did a video game review. Now, before we get out of here, I gotta do a video game. Well, I'm gonna just want to thank everybody the other night for joining into the Street Fighter 5 stream. I finally did it just to see what it's like. I was able to pull this off online. Oh no, I picked it up. I was able to pull this move off online. We got some good hits on it, stuff like that. I probably won't stream it again because it's a little bit too stressful to stream it on Facebook, you know. But I enjoyed myself on that time. People jumped in and stuff like that. So Gabe, shout out to Gabe. He had surgery not too long ago. He's recovering, stuff like that. But when he gets back on, we will jump on Street Fighter. We'll go from there. I just want you to know I have been practicing. So yeah. So
were you were playing Streets of Rage the other night? Was that you?
Yeah, that was me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I saw you. That's the one where I got like all the emotes or whatever reactions.
Yeah, because I mean I have that on my little mini Sega.
That little. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I was playing on PC. I was playing on Steam.
Yeah, but I have Streets of Rage on PS4, which I was playing. Like we did we talked about the movie a couple weeks ago, but yeah, I went and replayed a bunch of them again because I downloaded the DLC content. So if you ever get that, I'll jump on with that.
You're on Xbox. I think Streets of Rage 4 is on Xbox Game Pass.
Okay. Well, I have it. I also have it on PS4, and I have all the characters unlocked. I got them like upgraded, and so I can wreck shit on.
Tell you what, let me see if I can renew my Game Pass, and we'll come back to it. We'll see.
All right.
Because I never played 4. I never played 4 before.
Oh yeah. Well, it's an updated version of, you know, you can do more combos. You know, of course, the graphics are way better than the 8-bit or 52-bit.
Or 30 years later, so yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's essentially the same game, same moves. You know, same style, same button mash and beat 'em up shit.
Yeah. I got to think more stuff to stream to see what people are going for. You know, but we'll kind of go from there.
Yeah.
Or I might just do something else. I mean, like I said, the NBA players right now, I'm maybe watching that, so I don't know.
Yeah, I renewed my Game Pass and I downloaded this like Capcom old school like beat 'em up bundle, and it came with like Final Fight. And
what do you have that on?
That's on Xbox.
That's on Xbox. I might get that.
I like hour later I had beat it.
Right, because the game's super short. Yeah, like we at home, you don't have to worry about pumping in quarters.
This is back in the day, 5-6 levels of just punching the shit out of people.
All right.
And they're fun. There's just a lot of fun. You just sit there, relax. I don't have to worry about, you know, saving shit or, you know, weird.
Right.
Like, you know, these games get so.
And just beat. You don't have to sit there and think and weird. You're You see that guy? Fight him.
Yeah,
That's it.
like
Shoot him.
Fallout. Yeah, Fallout. I'm collecting trash for 3 days, or Ghost of Tsushima. I'm writing haiku and shit.
You got to go talk to this person.
Yeah, I just want to cut motherfuckers up. Can't I just hit people?
Right.
It was just 2 buttons. That's all we needed, man.
Right, man. Just want to beat up some transvestite hookers, man. That's all. Shit, we know it.
With swords and ninja stuff.
Right. All right. So, let's move to the next part of the podcast. Like I said, it's Comic Book Bullies, where we talk about the comic books, and we're just going to jump into it. Eli, I'm going to let you go first. I will not do the Stargirl Earth Prime book this week. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to save you the trouble.
Stargirl?
They had a Stargirl book.
Oh, we're going to talk about this. Oh, I just got the reminder. The reminder.
I told you I was going to forget. What did I forget? Because I can't even remember what I forgot.
Here we go. I'll bring it up, man. There you go.
Let's see. Oh, damn it. I was hoping you forget. Okay. We got to talk about Gotham Knights. Not this shitty CW show. The shitty game is coming out. Now, I want everybody to know there's a disclaimer on the Gotham Knights game that's coming out, I think, next year. The game will not be on PS4 and Xbox One. It won't. It will only be available on the Xbox Series X and S, that version, the PS5 and PC. That's it. So you don't own those systems, you can't play this game. They already put the disclaimer out. So just let you know that now, if you want to play it. So yeah, that's all I had to say about that. We can get past this shitty game. Yeah. So no, well, I got a PC, so I can play it, so I'm good.
Fuck y'all.
Right. Sucks to be you. See, here I go bragging about being a master race again. I'm not gonna do that. It's almost like they say, like PC players are kind of like vegans. We never stop talking about the shit. So yeah. All right. So what you got? I
guess I will go to. Let's see. No, I better stop a. Do I stop a screen? Oh shit. Okay. No, I stopped the screen. Let me share the screen again. Okay. I will go with Nightwing. Number. What is this? 92 or something? I don't remember.
Nightwing 92. Yeah.
All right.
Good call.
So Tom Taylor, y'all. So basically, this is they're celebrating Dick Grayson, and he's they're renaming the city Haven. It's no longer be called Bloodhaven. It's just called Haven.
Yeah.
And they're celebrating Dick Grayson, doing all that charity work that he's been doing because he inherited all that money from Alfred. And of course, during that thing, Blockbuster wants to, sabotage it. So he hires a bunch of like these thugs in masks and shit to basically go and fuck up the city and start shit, ruin his day. They take out all of the city's surveillance cameras, and but of course, Batgirl's like, hey, they took out all the city's cameras, but not my cameras. So she's got footage of everybody, and he goes around kicking everybody's ass and ripping off their masks to expose them. He takes off their masks so y'all can see who they are. Yeah, so the little parallels to what was going on January 6th,
Oh, shit. I don't think we ever going to let that go then.
Wondering how they all got caught because none of them were wearing masks. So yeah, he kind of exposes everybody, and then Blockbuster's like, damn it, that meddling little shit, Dick Grayson, I'll get you. And then that heart guy shows back up. Do you remember that heart dude? What was his name? The guy who was cutting out hearts. What was that dude's name?
Oh, Hush?
No, not Hush. He was that one. What's his name? I can't remember the guy's name, but he was from earlier in the story arc. He was like cutting people's hearts out, and he had like that silver mask and shit.
Can't remember.
Anyway, he shows back up and he goes, "Hey, you want to kill Dick Grayson? Well, I got a proposal for you," and that's where the book ends. So,
okay,
still pretty cool. Tom Taylor still killing it on this book. I'm still into it, and yeah. So another 4
I feel like he's
5.
ramped up story. Like I said, it's 92. So I feel like he's making like a big blowout for like Nightwing 100 when it comes. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. Which I don't blame him. I mean, that's what you expect. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess the book I'm going to do, since you did Nightwing, let's stick with DC. Let's do World's Finest. Batman, Superman, World's Finest number 3. Did you read this?
I did, yeah.
Cool. Okay. Let's see. So for people who haven't been keeping up with the book, what's going on? Batman and Superman are teaming up because they're fighting this demon called Devil Nezza, who's been dead for like 1,000 years or some shit. And now he's back to raise hell. But what he's been doing is that he's possessing supervillains and basically making them do his evil bidding, you know. And Batman and Superman were saving Billy Batson. And when they saved him, they got sent to hell by Felix Faust. So yeah, so that's where we are right now. That's the where the story is going. So let's see. This Devil Nezza. Back up. All right. So like I said, we got Batman in hell with Billy Batson. That's the boy. That's Billy Batson right there. And he's like, how are we in hell? You know, and like, are we really in hell? You're like, of course you're in hell. Don't you see Joe Chill? And then they look over to the right, and Joe Chill's just like burning, like, oh, I'm sorry, Batman, you know, for killing his parents, you know. So then he sees Superman. Superman's just floating there, not saying shit, eyes closed like that. So he's like, Superman, snap out of it, wake up. And while there's some demon that's about to eat Billy Batson, and Superman just puts his he just tells, and then grabs grabs Batman's batarang, throws it at super speed, and then hits Felix Faust because he knew Felix Faust was hiding as that demon. He was like, I knew you were there because I heard a fourth heartbeat, because I know you're sick. You didn't want to see the torture you was causing everybody. And then he heat visions the wound and all like that's kind of brutal for Superman, but fuck it, whatever. So he was like, look, I'm pissed. Tell me what I want to know. Where's the Devil Nezza? You know, now, you know, and he tells him this shit. And basically what they're doing is that they find out that Devil Nezza has been going after the other superheroes also, not just Batman, Superman, Flash, Wonder Woman, blah, blah, so like that. So we're like, first thing we need to do, we need to go find Flash and Wonder Woman, make sure that they need help. And then Billy Batson wakes up, but it's really the Devil Nezza telling them, you dolls, you costume clowns, you won't win, stuff like that. So he's talking through him, you know, so Billy's possessed, you know. So they go, bullshit with the Doom Patrol, don't care. Bullshit with Robin and Supergirl, don't care. Talking back with them. Yeah. Okay.
Really half the
so
book you don't care.
it really, I don't, it's like a B plot that I don't care about. It's like, it's just there. Okay, busy work, sure, whatever, you know. So you got, now this is something that shouldn't happen because Batman hates to be carried by Superman. He's always said it before, but we're just gonna let that slide. And basically Batman just, you know, doing his detective brain. He's like, okay, this Devil Nezza, he knows way too much about us, even though he's been dead for 1,000 years. He knows exactly how to hit us. He knows exactly who he is. How's he getting his information? And Superman's like, well, that's your problem. I'm just here to hit shit. Like the detective shit, that's your job. That's why I keep you around, you know. So then they finally get to Central City where they see Flash running, and Batman's like, you go get Flash, I go get Wonder Woman. You know, I'll go get the hot Amazon, you know. So Flash is going after fighting Mirror Master. He's like, I know which one you are, Mirror Master. You're there. So he runs, and Superman like, no, don't go, but he's too slow. He can't catch him. So he runs through the thing, and now he's trapped. Now Flash is out of there, you know, and Mirror Master breaks the mirror, so he can't get out, you know. Meanwhile, Batman sees Wonder Woman, and the whole area has been covered in clay. And he sees Dr. Alchemy, and Dr. Alchemy like, well, I ain't got to turn you into clay, Batman. I'm going to just turn you into ash or carbon or whatever, you know. So Batman is dodging. Superman wraps Mirror Master in a light pole. Tell me, okay, tell me where you put Flash. Look, I'll do better than tell you. I'll show you. As he shows like the red portal that where Flash got caught in, and the portal starts chasing Superman. He's like, run, Superman, run. So, and he can't heat vision it because it's magic. You know, magic is one of his weaknesses. So he just keeps flying and trying to outrun it. Meanwhile, Batman is dodging blasts from Dr. Alchemy. He's just like, what can I do? And Superman's like, look, Batman, I need you, the next blast that Dr. Alchemy shoots you with, I need you to just stand there. Don't dodge it. You're like, what? Yeah, don't dodge it. So Dr. Alchemy sees Batman, blasts him, and that's when Superman flies right the time when that red portal hits him just the right time, and it destroys itself because it's like magic on magic. And that's when Superman smacks Dr. Alchemy, knocks him out, and Batman's like, you know, I could have dodged that shit even at the last minute. You're like, man, quit lying. You know. And then that's when Hal Jordan shows up, and he's just like, don't worry about it. I just got word that the Devil Nezza is no longer controlling supervillains. They're like, cool. And Batman's like, wait, word from who? You're like, who do you think? And that's when they trap him in. Green Lantern traps him in like a green cage, and that is stuck. And Batman's like, okay, none of this shit makes sense. How the hell is he getting this information? So he's like, Alfred, has anybody been tampering with the Bat computer? And Alfred's like, no, sir, nobody's been messing with the Bat computer. Everything looks good on my end. And then it turns out the Devil Nezza is standing behind Alfred. Dun, dun, dun. So that's how he's been getting his information. He has been hacking the back computer the whole time. So yeah, so that's what's going on. So yeah, pretty good. Honestly, the Wonder Woman, I mean the Superboy, I'm sorry, Robin and Supergirl shit, it's okay. It slows the book down. I just want to get to Batman, Superman. All this other Doom Patrol shit I don't care about. You know, as long as I get that, the book is hitting for me. So yeah. Yeah, I like it. So I just stuck with that one because we're doing like DC. So yeah. So what you got next?
Well, I guess on to Marvel for me. Anyway.
Cool. Okay.
I will do New Mutants number 25. I'm surprised. I thought they canceled it. I thought this was done. You know, but I guess
It's an X book. They'll never cancel it.
so. But it's back. Pretty much the same team or same writer, anyways.
I mean, other than Hickman, because I know Hickman was writing one time.
Yeah. But this is that Vidja Ayala.
Oh, she was writing the Nubia book.
Yeah, I always fuck up her name, sorry. But anyways, so this is basically about magic and how she's handing over Limbo to Madeline Pryor. You know, because
Queen. Okay, yeah.
Because Magic is too busy. She's doing shit with the New Mutants. She's doing all this other. She's busy. So I can't, you know, so I'm gonna like, you know, get her. She needs something to do, you know, and then nobody trusts her. It's like more of a gesture of how, you know, to get her to like fall in line with everybody. I'm gonna give her the reins to Limbo. And of course, you know, we have Rain and Danny Moonstar are like, that ain't a good idea. We can't trust her. So there's all that going on. But we also get like, we go back into their past. We go back into Magic's past, and we go back even to Madeline Pryor's past about how they're kind of similar. They both went through a bunch of trauma, had to overcome it all, and you know, become their own, basically earn their respect or earn their place in the world. And you know, Magic growing up in Limbo, you know, defying that one demon, or what's that demon's name is? Billy Batson or whatever his name is.
Like he's got like 2 Z's and 3 L's or some shit in the name. Yeah.
Bully Boy or something. I don't know. I can't remember the guy's name. But anyways, and then you know, Madeline has like one of the only clones that actually has a soul and all this shit. So we got to go back and you know into their past. And they end up going to Limbo, and Danny and Rain accompany them, and she's basically about to sign the contract over to Madeline, but then that demon guy shows up with a horde of demons. So then we get a big ass action. Danny, Rain, Madeline, Ileana, all, you know, killing a bunch of demons. But then that demon dude faces off with Ileana, and as you can see here, they start fucking battling, and he ends up breaking her soul sword, like smashing.
Oh, okay. Which I thought it couldn't be done, but okay.
Yeah, so he smashes her soul sword. Like, oh shit. So they create a portal and get the fuck out. And that's kind of, you know, where the book ends. So, yeah. That was pretty cool. You know, like I said before, I'm not the biggest X-Men fan. So when it goes into all this past soap opera shit, I don't know what they're fucking talking about. But, you know, I'm digging, you know
about the Siege Perilous and all this shit.
Yeah. I'm digging when they started fighting demons and cutting them up and shit, you know, everybody got swords. Of course, Danny Moonstar's got a fucking bow and arrow and shit. But yeah, it was pretty cool. So I've been digging this series ever since that Vidja Ayala took it over. So, and like I was surprised when it came back because I thought they were done. I thought that issue like months ago. It's been like a few months, like a while. Damn. When did that come out? That last New Mutants. It's been a while. It's a long hiatus.
There's so many X books. It's hard to keep up with. Yeah. Because
so
it was like 4 that came out this week, and I was just like, I'm behind.
I also read X-Men Red too, but
oh, I forgot about it. Because I forget which X-Men book is which. So I saw X-Men Red, and I was like, X-Men what? And I forgot that's the one with Mars. So if I remember what it was, I probably would have read it. But yeah.
Yeah, I did, but I don't give a shit. So.
Oh man. All right. So, but a book I did read is Thor number 25. Yeah. Like I said, we have not been keeping up with Thor, but the reason we're keeping up with this book is because this is part 2 of the Thor versus Hulk book, where they just
this is my book of the week.
It's up there. It might be mine too. It might be mine too. I got to think about it, but it's kind of hard to see something that's not going to take its place. Oh no, we're gonna go back here. All right. So, like I said, it's a Thor book, but it's really a Hulk book.
It's the Banner, or it's the Banner War, or whatever it's called.
War of the Banners, or something like that.
Whatever.
That's the thing.
Hulk versus Thor book.
Like Thor is barely in this book. And you know what? I don't care. You know what? I just thought about it. I'm gonna review this book twice tonight. We're gonna do one, and then because I got to do 2 separate reviews. If I do them all at one time, it's gonna get managed together. So part 1 of my Thor 25 review. All right, so let's get to it. First thing, like I said, we left off. Hulk and Thor were beating the shit out of each other. They were in space, and Odin has found a way to invade Banner's mind and kick the shit out of him. So yeah, let's get to it. Anyway, at Avengers Tower, we see that the Avengers have found out where Hulk is, or at least Tony has figured out, and he's got like Reed Richards, the Fantastic Four, and Shang-Chi sitting there and stuff like that, and other people. I think that's Echo. She's there, you know. And Reed's is like, okay, how the hell do you know where they are?
Oh yeah. Oh, I just noticed the feathers. Yeah, I just.
That's how.
I was like, Echo. That's Namor.
I like that. That's got to be. I mean, they're both pretty, but yeah.
No, she's in the foreground here. I just know.
Right, that's what I was saying. So Reed is actually like, okay, Tony, how do you know that Thor, Hulk and Thor having some grudge match in space at some dead celestial's hand? The reason I know that is because I've been monitoring space stuff all out in uncharted space, and one of my satellites dinged when they got hit, and right before it got destroyed, all it recorded was Hulk smash. And this is like uncharted space nobody's ever seen before. And Reed Richards is like, okay, look, Tony, I'm glad you figured it out, but no offense, but you're not smart enough to do that because I'm not smart to do that. And Tony's like, yeah, you're right. One of Thor's ravens told me that. He's like, Thor's ravens, and you got Spider-Man over there like feeding them hot dogs. Like, huh? What? You know, what? Like Hugin and Mugen, whatever their name is. I don't know. They from Thor mythology. So Cap just says, okay, so Thor's in space, take care of Hulk. We just sit back and just wait for a sit rep from Thor and just see what he says. Like, cool. And Tony like, yeah, no, I'm gonna go to space and kick his ass. And you know, that's when Cap says, stand down, soldier. You know, you're always telling everybody to stand down. He's like, no, I'm not asking permission, Cap. He tried to kill me last time we fought. Like, I saw it in his eyes. He would have killed me if he had the chance. So I'm done playing around with him. I'm going up there and I'm kicking Hulk's ass. So I got to finish him off and be done with it. Then that's it. You're like, Tony, you're not going anywhere. You're like, what do you mean not going anywhere? I'm already gone. You're like, what, Tony, where are you? Like, are you here? You're like, I was never at this meeting to begin with. So then he jumps into his one of his spaceships and just flies off. You know, he go into space to find out where they are. You know. Meanwhile, we got Bruce Banner getting the shit beat down by Odin. Yeah, he was like, I'm not a man of science, Banner, but I'm pretty sure if I kill you right now, that would stop all this shit going on right now and then stop the Hulk too. He was like, oh, you think it's that easy? Okay, and then no, you're in my mind. So he started using all his wires and machinery in his mind to trap Odin. And he was just like, look, Odin, yeah, you may be a big dude where you are old man, but in here, I'm God. You know, and then that's when he starts beating the shit out of Hulk again. And they just start going to work and he starts shooting him and shit, blasting them. And let me see if we can cut to the end of this. Yeah. Meanwhile, Odin and Hulk are just still just going at each other. They headbutt each other. Oh, yeah. Thor headbutts Hulk. But when he headbutts him, since Banner is in his head, he falls out and knocks himself unconscious.
It breaks that like contraption that controls him or whatever. Yeah.
Right. But see, now that the connection's been broken, now Hulk is just, you know, let loose. You know.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
all the memories he locked away are now
right. They're just flooding back, right? Because he was like, I don't want to visit this memory again. And it's the whole reason he's on the run to begin with, because of what happened in El Paso. So Odin is just there as a barkeep, like pretending to be a bartender. He's like, so this is your mind, Banner. Where are we? He's like, oh shit, this is where it happened. This is El Paso. This is where 17 people died here, you know. So then he visualizes himself, you know, walking through the bar, exactly how it happened in his memory. He sits down with his laptop and he talks about everything happening in Al Ewing run, where he fought the devil and he got, you know, on good terms with the Hulk. And they decided to explore the world, explore the country, you know, as together, hand in hand, because they have a new understanding that they need both each other. So they acknowledge all the stuff they did with Al Ewing, you know. And then like the dudes, like the biker gang or whatever, you know, bumps into him, smashes some beer over his laptop. He's like, hey man, you know, he was about to Hulk out, but he's like, you know what? gonna chill. It was an accident. It's cool, you know. But then everybody else in the bar starts hulking out. He's like, oh, what the fuck? It's like a contagion or some kind of, you know, something. And then the dude starts freaking out Puny Banner, and they start attacking him. You know,
he's infecting. That's what Al Ewing's run established, that the Hulk beings, anybody who has gamma radiation, it can infect other people. You know, that's why Betty Ross is the Harpy, and that one journalist woman, she got Hulk gamma powers, and
Jackie McGee.
Yeah, they all, a bunch of people like basically become infected. Like a dead guy who died during a Hulk attack, resurrected while he was underground because he was still had the gamma radiation. So his corpse came back to life. Like, is it crazy? Al Ewing's run was crazy, but he did establish that yes, that the Hulk can infect other people now with radiation, and this is what's happened. He just being in a bar full of people, he turned them all into Hulks.
Right, and they came in attacking him. But here's the thing. But he's normal.
Yeah.
So what he does as normal Bruce Banner, he like blacks out and shit like that. Just goes, unconscious, and then right before they try to attack him, he kills everybody. I gotta explain this shit because this shit was brutal. Like, what the fuck? This is not the Hulk. This is Bruce Banner doing this shit. Just ripping people's arms off, smashing, punching a hole through their head. All kind of like, whoa, what
ripping
the fuck?
Ripping their hearts out and shit.
Right, like what the hell? Like this, like Mortal Kombat. Like what the hell? Then he just wait. Then when he finally comes to, everybody's dead. The bar is on fire. 17 people are dead. He's got blood all over him. He's just like, I was hoping somebody would come kill me, but nobody ever came. So I just sat there. And then Odin just talked to him like, well, that's messed up. But at the same time, okay, that explains what happened in El Paso, but that doesn't explain how Spaceship Hulk came about because that's magic. So how did you get that? And then that's when you get lightning and shit like that. They're like, oh, what's going on? Something's happening. And that's when Odin realized that Thor is calling him back. Because if he called Mjolnir back, he calls Odin back. He's like, man, what the hell are you doing? I almost had him. I almost talked him down. He was like, we don't have time. The shit just got real. The shit just got even worse than what it was before. He's like, what are you talking about? Because look up in the sky. And they look up in the sky, and he's like, the cavalry. Oh, yeah, Thor is smiling. He thinking it's a good thing. Okay. Yeah, and Hulk and Banner is like, oh, shit, we really fucked up. Because the thing is, Banner is still not in the driver's seat.
Yeah,
he's stuck wherever he is.
Because when Thor headbutted him, he smashed the control. So now Banner has no control over the Hulk.
Yeah.
So now Starship
Banner,
Hulk. Yeah.
So no, Hulk is just out there now. He just do whatever he wants to now. Nobody's controlling him.
And he's got access to all his memories, and he can remember everything. So he's like he's basically hid all the memories to keep Hulk at bay, to control Hulk. But now all the memories are coming back. So yeah, the Hulk is gonna like wild out like a motherfucker.
And what we talking about the next page, so then we get the voice from Tony talking about, hey Bruce, long time no smash. Hate to do it, big guy. But I'm gonna need you to step out of the vehicle. And that's when you get a celestial Hulkbuster. Look at this, look at Tony and look at them.
Yeah.
Like he looked like Galactus. Like Galactus Iron
Man.
Man.
Can you zoom in on the bottom?
Okay, yeah, hold on. Let me.
He's a fucking kaiju bot. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let me see if I can get in there because this. Then when I saw, I sound like, what the fuck? Let's see if I get this shit out of here. Oh, yeah. So you can see it down at the bottom. That's Hulk. That's Thor, and this is Tony. Like, what the fuck?
A celestial iron bot. Yeah.
So far, Eli, done the case is, delivering on his promise. He said it's gonna be the Hulk Thor fight to end all Hulk Thor fights.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Nice. Yes.
Nice. AG member, you've been here before. AG member, I remember you. Yeah, you're a long time listener. Appreciate you jumping in. But yeah, that's the thing. So this shit is getting nuts. Now you got Celestial Galactic Iron Man Hulk Buster showing up, about to wreck everybody. So yeah, we want to see what happens there because Tony is pissed. Because Hulk did Banner did try to kill Lester.
Or against the Hulk that basically killed the devil.
Right. And it wasn't even really Hulk. It was Banner.
Yeah.
Banner was coming after him doing that shit.
Yeah. And didn't Thor kill Galactus like lately?
Oh yeah, like wearing his helmet like on the entrance of Asgard or some shit.
Yeah.
Like it's in a gift shop or some shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's part one. I'll do part two later. But yeah, but what you got, Eli?
Oh.
Because I got to split them up. I can't do them at the same time.
Okay. Was there another part that I missed?
Yeah.
Did I miss a book?
Wait, are you done?
No. Well, no. I was gonna do. I got another book to do.
Okay.
And
I do have another book after that book too.
No, I'm just saying. Was there another Banner War book that I missed?
No, well, not another Banner War book. The second part of this book.
Oh,
I want to review that separately.
Those old school Thor books. Oh, I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I want to review that separately because if I mash them
I
together,
was like, don't spoil it. No.
Okay, so then Batman shows up.
All right. I'll do that Han Solo Chewie book, number 2.
Cool.
So just in time for well, not even just in time. It's Star Wars. Marvel's always pumping out Star Wars books. Mm-hmm. But this is a book about Han and Chewie, an earlier part in their career as smugglers, doing a heist for Jabba, having to team up with Greedo to go steal the ashes of one of Jabba's old enemies from another rival crime syndicate. And so that's the job. They had the catch was he's supposed to work with Greedo. Greedo is one of Han Solo's rivals. If you well versed in your Star Wars lore, Han Solo shoots Greedo first. I don't care what those special editions say now. Han shot first.
I mean, there was no reason for Greedo to shoot. He was trying to bring him in to get the reward. So.
Yeah. So they're on this job, and it's back on Corellia. Corellia is where Han grew up as a street kid, doing crimes and shit, running on the streets, doing thug, hustle shit. And he ends up finding his dad, his long lost dad, who was who worked in the shipyards. So basically, they end up teaming up, and his dad ends up going on the job with them. So as you can see here in this panel, it's Han, his dad, and Greedo sneaking into the mob boss's apartment or whatever to get this this thing that they're trying to steal. And of course, when they get there, it's gone. It's nowhere to be found. Greedo ends up stealing some other valuable item and ends up setting off the alarms, and that basically a whole army of security guards show up and like, hey, freeze, you're under arrest. And that's kind of where the book ends. And then meanwhile, there's a space bounty, a bounty hunter is after Han, and he's like searching for. He's like on Tatooine, questioning Bib Fortuna, where Han is at, and blah, blah, blah. So they're like another side plot where a bounty hunter's after Han over some shit. But this is just a simple crime caper with Han Solo and Chewie on a job, on a crime job for Jabba. And it's fun. I give it a 3 out of 5. It's pretty fun. This is what I want to see more of. I want to see more of that, the criminal underworld of Star Wars. That's why I've been reading the bounty hunter books. I kind of fell off during the War of the Bounty Hunters when they started dragging Luke and Darth Vader in and all that.
Right,
shit,
making this big crossover and stuff.
Yeah, just give us the crime shit. Give me the scum and villainy, because that's what I want to see. And I feel like they're kind of afraid to go there sometimes, especially with the Boba Fett show. And with the Solo movie, it's like they're afraid to go to explore that more. They're always bringing lightsabers and Baby Yoda and shit into these crime stories. Even in Solo, right. They're making him a good guy. Like, we didn't need to see Solo be a good guy, because in the first movie he wasn't a good guy. In A New Hope, he shoots Greedo in cold blood.
It was like he was an anti-hero. He was just pretty much in it for himself.
He was a criminal who didn't give a shit. He was going to let Leia die, on the Death Star. Hey, they're going to kill her. Better her than me. Like, he was a cold, calculating criminal who didn't give a shit. And
right.
it was
He
that,
didn't get a conscience till the end of the
Yeah.
first movie.
yeah, and then that's the story arc. Even in the second movie, the only reason why he hung around, because he was trying to bang Princess Leia.
Right.
He didn't really give a shit about the rebels
The
or what their
cause
cause
and like
was.
that. Yeah.
And but it's that story arc. You see this like criminal grow up conscious and end up giving a shit. So, that's why I just wish they would. I want to see more of that.
And it was kind of like the parallel between Lando and Han, Empire. So Lando was supposed to have been what Han looked like before he joined him. Like he was a scoundrel, sold him out for nothing, didn't care, only cared about himself. And Han was supposed to have grown since then. So you kind of seeing like a parallel of what he was versus what he, but yeah.
And Leia even says, "Can you trust Lando?" He's like, "No," but he's got no love for the Empire.
Right.
He's a criminal, just like I was.
Right.
So yeah, that's what I want to see more. And I feel like they're just they don't want to go there too much, but they still shove the Jedi and the Skywalker shit into these.
Here's the thing: villains and anti-heroes are in style right now.
Yeah,
that's what everybody likes, like everywhere else. But for some reason, Disney hasn't caught on to that yet.
Yeah,
like everybody else is doing it, but Disney hasn't. Like the MCU really hasn't gave us like a villain movie yet. They haven't given us like a Doctor Doom movie or anything like that. We got Venom and Morbius and all the other bullshit like that, Joker and Harley Quinn, but Deadpool,
Suicide Squad,
Deadpool's
Peacemaker,
a villain. Peacemaker, yeah. So villains are what's hot right now, but Disney doesn't want to do that.
And like Boba Fett, they neutered Boba Fett. They made, even in the Solo movie, they made him like a good guy. He was always a good guy in the end.
Because Boba Fett is a villain. Just make him a villain.
And we got the Obi-Wan show, which is coming up, and that's fine. But like we've had 6 seasons of Obi-Wan on the Clone Wars. We've, you know what I mean?
Right.
But that's what people want to see, lightsabers and shit. That's like, But personally, I dig these little stories of the Han Solo doing crime shit, being a criminal back before he was a good guy,
Right. Everything didn't have to be the fate of the galaxy. Basically.
Yeah. And he's doing a job with his long last dad. This reminded me of Indiana Jones and Last Crusade, with Sean Connery. That's what kind of reminded him of. He's running around doing this job with his dad, his long lost dad. And I enjoyed it. So yeah.
All right. Oh, we got dude, love you guys. Reviews, keep with the great podcast. Thanks, AG member.
Yeah, good looking out.
Appreciate hanging on to us. All right. So next book I'm gonna do. Okay, the next book I'm gonna do is a milestone book.
Okay.
Milestone dropped the book this week, but it's not static, it's not Icon or Blood Syndicate, anything like that. It is a new character, new book.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, like not even from the 90s. This is some new shit.
So Naomi, is it?
Not Naomi, nothing like that. It's not, they're not even black.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So this is the name of this character is Duo. This is Duo number 1. It's actually by Greg Pak and somebody else, and I think even Jim Lee pitched the story. Okay. So it's kind of like we always talk about the black superheroes, they guys like that. So this like their Asian version, and it's still set in the Milestone universe. So let's find out who Duo is. Like I said, new character, never existed before. This is his debut or their debut. Let's see what we have. So Duo starts off with that. So you got these this couple, David and Kelly. They're an Asian couple. What part of Asia? Vietnam, Korea, China. We don't know. We'll figure it out when they cast the movie. But until then, all we need to know is that Kelly and David are in love. They're in love with each other, and they're scientists, and they're pitching this idea to this company called Hilarious. That's the name, Hilarious, yeah. So, and they're basically saying, look, we got this plant that can generate cells, so it'll heal anybody from anything. That's the thing. But we just need a little bit more money to really test it out. And the dude that's the name of the billionaire's name is Marius Chung. Marius Chung is his name. He's like, okay, yeah, but here's the thing. I've read the research on what this thing can do. And not only what it does is that it's transfer like healthy cells from one person to another, but it doesn't just do that. It transfers everything, your conscious, your thoughts, your memories, your feelings. So that means that when you use this on somebody, you can read their mind. You can find out everything about them. And look, I may look like a nice person, but look at me. I'm a billionaire. I did some dirty shit to get where I am. And if you read my mind, I promise you wouldn't like me right now. So I'm not going to fund this research any more than what it is. But I tell you what I will do. I'll pay you $1 billion if you hand over all your existing research for you right now. So, and that's all you got to do. So David and Kelly just like, man, that was the hardest thing we've had to do. Turning down $1 billion. So they turn it down. They don't take the $1 billion. They go back home and they sit there and talk and just cut to it. And they get all lovey-dovey and you hear the saxophone music playing. And yeah, and then cut away. Like I said, it's a kid's book, you know. Meanwhile, I guess he's going for a late night snack. He goes into the lab and he sees an alien there getting ready to steal his shit. But he's also wearing like a explosive, harness or belt, anything like that, and blows himself up. Ellie can hear it, walks in there, sees David completely fucked up, burnt up and all stuff like that. But she realized she could use her machine to repair him. So she would like heal him, heal him and stuff like that. And the machine uses her cellular functionality to heal him. Meanwhile, she disappears. And cut to the next day, and David's in the hospital and he's fully recovered. And asks him, where's my wife? Where's Kelly? They're like, she didn't make it. And they just see Kelly's bones just on the table. That's all that's left of her, But he can hear Kelly in his head. So apparently he absorbs Kelly's consciousness in his head so they can hear each other. They're basically like talking back and forth to each other, but he's like, I can't tell them what's going on because they know what's going on is going to be fucked up. So he takes the keys, takes his hand out, stabs himself. And he just heals himself because he realized those bots healed me. That's the reason I'm not dead right now, So he keeps walking, and that's when those aliens show back up. And he's like, I got to get these aliens away from these kids. So I'm going to just keep walking, go to the woods, stuff like that. And the aliens all have suicide bombs on them also. So like, oh shit. So instead of getting blown up this time, he moves and takes them all out. And then he's got super speed, super strength, the whole trope thing. He basically dismantles them all before they can deactivate the bombs, and then they stab him anyway. They all stab him at the same time, to try to take him down. But he heals up from that also. But that's when they let loose all the bots and stuff like that. And it kills them automatically. I guess it disintegrates them. And only disintegrates them, he gets like some kind of armor on top of him where you get his superhero costume. It's cool, I guess. Decent, simple, elegant, And yeah, and then we're inside of his brain and he can see Kelly. He's like, but Kelly is kind of like has to fight to keep herself in his brain because there's this force that's trying to drag her down. So yeah, that's the thing. So that's the book. So basically the duo is both of them together in his mind, and he has superpowers, super strength, stuff like that. And that's the book. Yeah. So, oh yeah, and then the end. Turns out that dude sent those aliens because that dude is an alien himself. So he walks outside. He's time for a meeting. He walks on a cloud and he's surrounded by other immortals. And like, we got to get that thing, because we got to take over the world. And we need that thing that they built to take over the world. So we continue. So yeah, that's the book. So pretty cut and dry superhero story. We've read our fair share of superhero stories before. Who does this remind me of? Reminds me of Firestorm a little bit, because Firestorm is the same thing when they kind of combine, Okay. But this is, like I said, since it's man and woman, you can almost say it's like our first Asian milestone character, first non-binary character, even though he's clearly a dude, But they could have made it where they kind of like you couldn't tell which one was which, or they could like, whatever. Like
Pat.
Yeah, like Pat, where you couldn't tell what was Pat. So, but overall, it was decent. I probably stick around with it, but if it's on, it's cool. Another book, but yeah. All right, so what you got next?
I'll do Shaolin Cowboy, the new Shaolin Cowboy. Shaolin Cowboy is back. Jeff Darrow and was it Dave Stewart on the colors. Jeff Darrow, crazy artist. He, if you know who Jeff Darrow is, you know who he is. He's worked with Frank Miller on The Big Guy and Rusty the Robot, Hard Boiled. He was like a art designer on the Matrix movies. And then when the Wachowskis formed their own comic label, was it Burly Man Comics back in the early 2000s or whenever it was, they published his first Shaolin Cowboy books, which is basically this like kung fu monk who just wanders on a post-apocalyptic wasteland Earth, kind of like Mad Max. It's kind of cross between Mad Max and kung fu, and like, you know, Zatoichi the Blind Swordsman or something like that. You know, and he fights zombies, he fights giant monsters, giant crabs, and, you know, cannibal tribes and shit like that. And very little dialogue. Some of those books are just straight up action visuals, you know, but it's all in the details. You know, his art style is crazy. You could just, like, every page, every panel, you could just stare and see all kinds of crazy details in it. And a lot of it's funny. He pokes fun out of a lot. It's almost satirical at times. But this book has a lot of dialogue. It's narrated by a couple of lizards.
Narrated a couple of lizards, okay.
Yeah, these books are crazy. They're really weird and crazy. But basically, these like lizards, they're scrounging through some trash in like this like rundown town, and they see the Shaolin monk come through, and they're like, "Hey, there's that guy. We've seen that guy before." And they kind of basically narrate a flashback of how one of the lizards knew about him, and basically that when he this is weird because that's how these books are. They're just weird. You know, and he basically narrates a story about when he hatched as a lizard, his father tried to eat him because that's what lizards do. But then the Shaolin Cowboy came and like fought the lizard, his lizard dad, his Komodo dragon. It's like a Komodo or a monitor lizard. So it showed there's a fight scene, and I should have. It's all, you got to see the art. It's just crazy detailed and lots of panels because it's like the fight choreography is very detailed. Like every strike, every kick, every blow, every parry is detailed. And like, there's like 10, 12, 15 panels on one page, you know, just highlighting every barrage of blows that are, you know, happening during the fight. So he fights this Komodo dragon. The Komodo dragon like pulls a knife on him with his tail. It's just crazy, outlandish shit. And he ends up kicking the Komodo dragon's ass. But then, like, some weird mutant guy riding a flying jellyfish or squid through the desert canyon, unleashes a talking pterodactyl that talks like a German fighter pilot. You know?
Okay, like a Nazi or something.
Yeah, and he ends up fighting the pterodactyl, and that's what you see here. There's like, if you can see, like, yeah, he's fighting the pterodactyl, and they find this dinosaur skeleton. And like I said, you got to like zoom in and like just see the crazy details. We ends up fighting that the pterodactyl, and yeah, the guy on the guy on the flying squid ends up like controlling a car, like uses the squid tentacles to chase use a car to chase the Shaolin Cowboy. That's like kind of where it ends, where he's being chased by this car being driven by a flying squid. It's when I explain it, it's just weird, but that's how it is. That's what this book is. It's just really weird, satirical, pokes fun at a lot of things, you know, at humanity, makes a little, you know, commentary on what humanity did to the earth, and the fact that here is this character, you know, that like the lone gunman, the man with no name, that no one knows his story, but these two lizards do because they've seen him. And it's just, and they talk in really stupid puns and wisecracks. It's just stupid fun, but the art, it's all about the art. It's crazy detailed art. And yeah, I dug this. I mean, this is a close second to that Hulk Thor book for me as my favorite comic of this week. But I've been reading this shit for years. I'm a fan of Jeff Darrow. I'll basically read anything he draws. So it's 4 out of 5.
Cool. Okay. Now, and our first time we've ever done this, we're going to go back to another book that we've already reviewed and review another part of the book again because I had to split it up. Now we're going to go back to Thor 25. I guess it's going to be book of the week because I reviewed it twice, 3 times.
All right.
All right. Now, the reason I'm reviewing this book again is because there's a backup story in here that I wanted to talk about that is completely
There's two.
There's two. We're ignoring one. I don't want to talk about that shit. We talk about the one that I did want to talk about. Now, where is it's down here. Now, the reason I want to talk about this one because this book is actually an adaptation of an actual, Norse mythology story.
Oh, that's the one you're going to review. Okay.
That's the one review. Yeah, that's what I want to talk about.
That was going to be the one you ignored.
No. We'll talk about the other shit, the Saturn Man or whatever this shit was. Okay, so like I said, we're going to talk about Thor's Wedding. That's the name of the story. Like I said, this is adapted from actual Norse mythology. Thor comes in, talks to Loki, and basically saying, "Look, Loki, I need your help. Somebody stole my hammer." And he was like, one of the frost giants stole my hammer. So even though I could go in there and just smash up everybody, I don't have my hammer, so I just gonna go up there and just smash everybody. So I need your help because you can talk your way at anything, and these your people help me out. They're like, okay, I'll help you out, but you owe me a favor. So they go to the ice Jotunheim. They go to Jotunheim, and in the story, the guy's name is called Utgard Loki. I've actually read the story before, like the original story when this first came out. Now, Utgard Loki, that's actually what happened. He stole Thor's hammer. Now, in that story, he makes Thor goes through all these trials. Thor fails every single trial, so he keeps the hammer, And basically, Loki just saying, "Look, man, what do you want us to do to get the hammer back?" He was like, "I don't want anything because Thor kills us with the hammer. So I'm burying the hammer, and you can't do anything with it." You're like, "Okay." Or unless you find me a wife. Find me a wife within a week, and I give you the hammer back. Until if you don't find me a wife within a week, you never see the hammer again. It's gonna be in Jotunheim, and that's buried forever. I'm like, cool, okay. So I'll find your wife. So the first thing he does is go ask Angela. And Angela's like, "I'm not marrying a fucking frost giant." You're like, "Come on, man, it's a good cop." Yeah.
Spawn, Neil Gaiman's
Neil Gaiman Spawn. That's a whole story, whole thing. I'm not sure if I talked about it, but if I haven't, I will one day. Yes, he was like, "I am not married to Frost Giant." He was like, "But he got my hammer." Okay, go get your hammer back then. He was like, "But I can't because if I don't get my hammer back, then I can't go fight these guys because I need my hammer to fight them." He was like, and plus once you marry him, when I get my hammer, I'll come get you. He was like, "Look, this is your problem. You deal with it." So Angela wasn't in the original Norse mythology story. Just be clear. She didn't exist back then. So yeah, not 1,000 years ago. But Loki's like, "Okay, but I got another idea." He's like, "But you're not gonna like it." Okay, what's the idea? So Thor, he's like, since he needs somebody to marry, how about he marries you? We're gonna dress you up in drag, put you in a dress, put a veil over your head, so he won't even know it's you. And you'll be the bride. That way I can sneak you in there. And then you married. He was like, "Okay, well, fuck it. Fine. Put me in a dress." And then Thor looks at Loki like, "Why the hell you in a dress?" He's like, "Why can't let you outshine me? I'm the pretty one of the brothers." So yeah. So if you go dress up, I'm gonna dress up. So yeah. So they go back there, and all this happened in the original story also. Like Loki brings Thor in a dress to the Jotunheim. And Thor in a dress. In the story, they pretty much said, like, "Man, that was an ugly ass bride," but they don't say that here. And Thor just eats up everything. He drinks everything. He like, "Man, I've never seen a woman drink like this and eat like this before." He like, "Well, she hadn't eaten in a week, and just eating." And then that's it. So they one of them try to put their hands on Thor, try to like smack him on the ass. They were like, "Okay, bring out the hammer. I'll give you the hammer back since you brought me a bride." So as soon as Mjolnir is released, Thor gets his hammer back and starts beating the shit out of everybody. Kills everybody in the room. Just like in the original story. And matter of fact, he beats somebody so much, he got like, frost giant blood all over him and stuff like that. And he leaves out and finds his hammer back. And he was like, "Okay, you still owe me a favor, Thor." He's like, "Okay, here's my favor. If you don't tell anybody I wore a dress, I won't beat the shit out of you right now in Jotunheim. Deal?" Deal. And the end. Okay, so that's the story. So there is subtext to this story that I want to talk about. The reason I want to talk about this, because like I said, there have been plenty of think pieces on this particular story because, okay, before I get to it, let's see what comment we got here. Oh, is that who is Maze
He asked
Byron?
if we are alive. Well, welcome, Eagle.
Thank you. Yes, we're live. Oh, that was you. That was you.
Yeah,
I
was with,
oh, like, is that
commented
me?
from everybody.
Am I am I ghost? Okay. Anyway, so there have been think pieces over this story for centuries, because Mjolnir is obviously a phallic symbol. It's a symbol for Thor's penis. So when he loses his hammer, notice that all of a sudden he starts adapting feminine qualities. All of a sudden he starts wearing a dress. All of a sudden he starts wearing makeup. All of a sudden he has to get married, because they're saying the moment he loses his hammer, he loses his masculinity. It's all tied into each other. That's what, the professors and the theorists and the critiques, the reviewers, whatever, they have all been saying about this story. Smart people. They've all been breaking down this story. People smarter than me have been breaking down this story for centuries. That's why I want to review it, because I thought it was pretty interesting why they adapted this story, especially now, because you can always say that, Thor's hammer is a metaphor for his dick, Now he wears a dress, we didn't have one, and he's too cowardly to fight these guys without his hammer, because without his hammer, he feels like that, I almost bring it back to like Love and Thunder, like the new movie coming out, stuff like that. Notice in all of the still pictures, you have Jane Foster with the hammer, with the phallic symbol in her hand, while Thor is just sitting there empty-handed. I'm wondering, how will that work in the movie? Like I said, I haven't seen the movie yet, not going to bash the movie, but I'm just wondering, are they going to play into that? How Thor feels like he, been emasculated without his hammer. Because they kind of played in that in the Ragnarok, but I don't say they go to it even further than here, when somebody is literally holding his hammer in his hand. She's holding his penis, basically.
Well, Hela broke it.
Right. holding his broken penis.
Busted his balls.
Right. So I want to see how it goes from there. So interesting story. That's why I want to talk about it. You got any more books or?
Oh no, I'm booked out. No.
Okay, cool. Like I said, if you listen this long, definitely like, share, and subscribe. Next week, like I said, it's all Obi-Wan. We'll talk Obi-Wan. Probably some other stuff. Yeah, probably some other stuff to come out. I know
Stranger Things coming out too. I'm waiting for that.
Does that come out this week?
That'll be just me though.
Okay. We're not gonna let you review Obi-Wan all day, because I didn't get a chance to review Halo this week, even though this week was the series finale. So I'm gonna review Halo next week, and after that, I will on live cancel my Paramount Plus subscription.
When does Obi-Wan drop? It drops this
27th,
week?
like Friday. Yeah.
Oh, so does fucking Stranger Things. Damn, dude. Damn.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Okay, so you can't take the whole time with Obi-Wan. You got to split up between Stranger Things and Obi-Wan. You got to do both.
I probably could, because it's going to be like one episode of Obi-Wan, right? It's probably.
Yeah,
Stranger Things is going to be like the whole series. Yeah.
Oh, it's Netflix. I forgot how Netflix is. Yeah. Divvy it up however you want. Nice. I'll let you make the call on that. I won't micromanage. Until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
We'll talk to you guys next week. Same bullet time, same bullet channel.
What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that bitch like Stockton. Just joshing. I'ma spend this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10. I can put the ball in the end zone, put a bad bitch in the friend zone. This shit sound like an intro jet song. Give me that tempo. Told Pooh he a fool with the shit. Told her don't let her friends know. In the Ville and I move like a dime. Eating fettuccine at Vincenzo's. Me and my amigos got that free smoke on the West Coast. Yeah, I'm talking about pre-rolls. Dark hair bitch and she look like she go. She do. Hometown hero, feeling myself, can't murder my ego. She heard of my deep stroke. She said, babe, does it hurt when I deep throat? It does. Certified freak hoe, hang around dust and she learning my lingo. Back then, wasn't worried about me though. In the gym, trying to work on my free throw. Goddamn. Spending money at the club like Sam's. Yes, ma'am. She a little freak on cam, but she don't put this on the ground. Little boys trying to diss on the ground. Hey, I can't switch on the fan. Shit's hot, hit the switch on the fan. This where my head is. I feel resentment from every direction. Even some homies be wearing expressions. I be discouraged from sharing my blessings. We used to share a connection. Now it just feels like it's wearing and stretching. I'm getting real sick of taking advice from people that never could stare at reflections. Somewhere in there is a lesson. Y'all ain't evolving, it's very depressing. I'm at the club with the basketball team. Me and the Cardinals are sharing the section. Gotta cherish the present. I'm drinking water and wearing protection. Got a career and I'm very invested. Some people call it a scary obsession. I like to call it a passion. I can't be sitting relaxing. PG, we getting some traction. I'm at the venue, it's packed in. I'm digging her accent. I got a BB Simon belt on me, and she tryna get it unfastened. That's my type of distraction. That's my type of she Latin. Got my own flow, and I'm about to get a patent. Brand new sheets for the bed, they satin. Y'all wasn't tuned in back then. My swag, they keep jacking. I ain't doing no verse, quit asking. What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that bitch like Stockton. Just joshing. I'ma spend this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10.